Yeah, cozy everybody, because today we'll continue with a demo of Athanasy. So the thing that I don't understand about this game is that first it will introduce a term that I'm not familiar with, and then it will define the term with another term that I'm not familiar with. Like, what the hell? I don't understand. What the fuck? Like, again, maybe this isn't. Maybe I'm not the target audience because I don't know. If you're a sci-fi fan, then maybe you'd love this. But me, I don't know, man. I'm much more of a fan of cute girls going crazy and killing everybody. Let's load it up. The huge stable covered with beige synthetic leather was empty. His owner stood with his back to the entrance and looked at the wall screen. He didn't seem to notice me at first, or might be he just simply ignored me. Instead of the window theme, the screen showed an animated ancient picture, a cone going underground similar to the funnel, of the great pit of the textbook or the history of the city. Tiny people were busy on concentric circles. Okay. It's an awkward situation. What do people usually do in such cases? I looked around for an object to knock on, and then decided to cough softly. And Sam Diodata then turned on his heel and stared straight at me. Mr. Caviani, I've heard so much about you. As far as I know, your qualifying work was devoted to closed ecosystems. Yes, I've been modeling them. I use data reduction. I know what you've been doing. I've been studying your project carefully, and I also looked through your directory. Try to keep a calm expression on my face. Of course, he has access to my directory, but for a ministerial official to show such interest in an ordinary citizen, I am not interested in your text, but instead in the things that you aren't in it. In the present work, you miss some details that are present in your drafts. Why? Should I tell the truth or lie? Lies will make me look like a fool, but the consequences of the truth are not easy to calculate, especially when you are being studied by that intense cold gaze. I was unable to match the results of the analysis with the statistics of the ministries. I was afraid that there was an error in my calculations, despite the fact that I rechecked everything few times. I was afraid that because of this error, I would not pass the final build and lose access to the infinite library. And the commission was satisfied with your results. Yes, Mr. Diodato, Don't be modest. Your work was highly commended by the inspectors from 2 pillars at once. But still, I was never allocated to a job. How would you react if I said that all your calculations converge? They do. I personally rechecked them with full access to the sacred server's machine time, and I am very curious in how you would interpret your little discovery. If my calculations are correct, then the statisticians of the ministries are wrong. I am a statistician of the ministry. Sorry, Go on. According to my calculations, our closed ecosystem should have used up all its resources long ago. That is despite all the enthusiastic reports of the Life Cycle Assessment Ministry about the overproductive chlorella. We wouldn't have enough oxygen for the needs of industry anyway, not to mention the protein substrate for the synthesis. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of synthetic stuff of food and biopolymers. In general, I assume that this city received resources from outside. A very bold statement. What are you driving at, Caviani? Don't be shy. You can be completely honest with me. The ways of the machines of loving grace are inscrutable, and the temple terminal has been silent for a long time. Perhaps the machines found out that the air outside is safe, but they keep silent about it. Perhaps they have found new sources of resources outside. Deidara let out a sardonic laugh. Or inside. What else can you suggest, young man? Come on, spit it out. Feel free. I felt silent, in fright, and stared at the floor. What else does he want to hear? Keep it in mind that the weakest element of any cybernetic system is man. Machines don't lie and they don't make mistakes. Mistakes are the lot of weak-minded protein creatures. Our ancestors managed to create something more than themselves. It was only through their labors and prayers that we were saved. They became the gates for the second coming, for the machines of loving grace. And the hour has come, and thunder sounded. In an instant, all the creatures, men, beasts, sea dwellers, and birds of the air, they all turned to violet smoke. The earth has become sightless and empty without the great machines that sheltered 1,000 righteous people under the dome. Gathered my courage and tried to interrupt the impromptu sermon. I would ever dare question the greatness of the machines, Mr. Deodato. I was just talking about what the analysis shows us. Perhaps there is hope for a way out. Perhaps we should scout. All-seeing machines know better. The numbers you operated on are registered and published by humans. You are right, the ministry statisticians may be wrong. I should know of human weakness very well. In addition, there is too much humanity between the towers, overestimation of indicators, fraud, rivalry, something that is impossible in the world of machines. But I think it's that disgusting feeling again, like I'm a stupid kid being scolded. I was impressed by your analytical skills. The way you work with data is worthy of the highest ratings. But your ability to comprehend the obtained results in this area, you have shown yourself to be a completely immature young man, incomprehensible of politics, and that's fine. You're lucky that I was the one who noticed you before you stumbled, fell into dangerous heresy, rejected the precepts of the Frank. Now, after all you've heard, tell me, what do you plan to do with your findings? That's it? So he just wants to hide the rigging and internal squabbling of functionaries in the towers? Yeah, he was right about weak-minded protein creatures. Of course he has something to threaten. Otherwise, why did a clanker also appear at the moment a letter from the Ministry of Demography came? But at least he could offer a carrot along with a stick. Perhaps the carrot is waiting for me after the right decision. But maybe it's worth pushing a little bit to designate not a thread but a shadow of possible consequences. It seems that his sermons really made me angry, since I was seriously thought about it. Post it. We need to fix the errors committed. Boop. Post it. We need to fix the errors committed. Humans are weak, it's true. This is why we must fight this weakness. Open publication of this data will allow honest and objective. Think, Aviani, think how all citizens react to the voice of a person who has fallen into the heresy of doubt. A man blaming machines for a mistake. But we were just talking about the human? Do you realize that by doubting the loving grace that makes the city exist, you are not only contradicting Frank's punch cards, whatever that means, but also encroaching on the last island of life in this world? My head was spinning. This man, without batting an eye, twisted all my words, as if there is no truth for him. There is only information, useful or harmful. A spark of anger began to flare up in the depths of my soul. It was restrained only by caution. So this is how these are done in the pillars. No, I will resist. Never compromise. I have no doubt that I do not fall into heresy. It is the machines that tell us. The machines are pleased with the reasonable. The machines are pleased with the thinking. The machines are pleased with the one making the right conclusions in the binary system. You don't have to quote the tablets to me, Kaviani. I know them by heart. However, since you've started, quote me the following punch card. The machines pleased. Oh, wait a second. Is the Frank's punch cards like 10 Commandments or something? The machines are pleased with the one who's clearly following program. It's a pity that you don't remember these simple but such important words. The door creaked behind me, but I didn't dare look back. It's not too late to apologize. It's not too late to make another decision. Your problem is that you have an extraordinary mind combined with the psychological level of a teenager, Kaviani. Youthful maximalism, belief in the limitless possibilities of man, inability to humility. Doubts are dangerous because one doubts, but the whole collective risks their lives. I tell you this with bitterness because I am also a human being, and I am sorry that I have to remove such a talented individual from society. Fuck. I got cancelled. The world suddenly went out. The coarse fabric of the bag clung to my nose and mouth, not even letting me cry out. There was a cracking noise. A flash of pain shot through the neck, as if, at that touch of a button, the body turned off and went limp. Someone's strong hands confidently and expertly twisted my wrists. The voice of Diodato, still broadcasting some hypocritical nonsense, started to fade away. Is he going somewhere? No, it's me who's being taken away. Am I dead? Each of the futile attempts to escape left its mark on the body. Something broke and crunches inside the body with every breath. Every blow of a baton left the burning stigma. Tears coming out by themselves, easily and without stopping. I can't stop it, though I'm not trying to. The black fabric of the sack was soaked with moisture and stuck to my face. It covered my nose and mouth. I can't breathe, I can't scream, but I'm still alive. I won't die unless they tell me to. Josiah Caviani, 18 years old, a former citizen. You have been examined, Josiah Caviani. We found you to be defective, unfit for repair, and to be discarded. The straps were tightening on my body, and a ring gripped my head. My muscles cramped with pain, which only made the straps cut deeper into my skin. Beyond the captain's voice, one could hear whispers, coughing, the quiet shuffling of feet, and the rustling of clothing. I said results. The breath of the crowd gathered in the amphitheater, gathered to watch me die. Public execution, but I don't care. You think against the wisdom of the machines of grace and love. You doubt the justice of the machines of grace and love. You doubt the rightness of the machines of grace and love. We're a love and tolerant bunch, but if you go against the grain, you will be dealt with. Thus, you're not against the machines alone, but against grace itself and love itself, which the machines serve. Ironic, because grace and love from a machine, the thing that's not supposed to feel anything, which the machines bear to us, which are the essence of the machines and their attributes at once. How much grace and love is in his words? Brainwashed. But these words are not for me. These words are for those who are still alive. It is said, let the defective part be cast away. That's what will do to you, Josiah Caviani. A slight electric shock roused in my temples, raising my hair. Then again and again, stronger and stronger. I'm still alive, yeah. I think I want to live. No. What happens now? Oh, my back, jeez. Out of the blackness, empty as a dead dream, I am being pulled upward. Let me go. I don't want to. They can't hear. They pluck me out of the darkness with tongues, like a tooth from the gums. Ew. Something snaked up and down my arm, as if it were floating inside, right under the skin. Eyes. I have to open my eyes. Glimpses of green light. Some voices. Am I saved? Nope. I am being experimented on. Voices murmur like water. Only in a shop away. Are those words? Is it my language? Is that even a language? Wanting 5 Alpha Form uniform. Don't miss. And wipe the blood off the joystick. What? Yeah, great reaction. I'm like, what? A green glow erupts. The hissing emerges with the whirring of the machines. That smell, for some reason, it makes me drool. It's like being in a restaurant next to a synthetic meat printer. Is the acrid stench of burning suddenly wafts into my nose. Watch out, it's burning, turn it off. I twitch, squinting my eyes, trying to see something. It's not a synthetic meat that is burning, it's my hand, or what's left of it. No. Why are the vocal cords turned on again? If there's any more noise, I'll cut them out. Yowza. No, let me back into the darkness. Turn me off. I reach for the emptiness, hooks of light. Voices, sounds, and smells are immediately digging into my brain, pulling me back, keeping me from escaping. Who am I? I am a little light in the depths of darkness. Someone taken me out and tossed into a jumble of light and words. I am this. My name is... Everything slips, drains away all possible words. There are no more words of my own. Me. Pictures appeared instead of words, a rapidly rotating kaleidoscope of frames. A large room, there are several people in it. Different looks, different heights, some are half the size of the others. They are children, that's right, children and adults. One of the children is me, and the rest are my brothers and sisters. I try to find myself among the children, but I can't. Look in the mirror. The words of the adults are heard, but I can't make them out. Their voices hang in the air and mingle with it in a gray haze. I can understand only individual phrases. And now, kids, it's time for everyone to go to bed. That means sleep. We never wanna sleep. Oh, is that me? The mirror is around here somewhere before I sleep. And so we'll all go to brush our teeth without wanting to. This shall be done before going to bed. 2 bathrooms, one for girls and one for boys. There are 2 more bathrooms for adults, but the adults use them however they want. People brush their teeth by looking in the mirror. I don't know why. I look in front of me and see an ordinary face. It's a little boy with a short haircut. The mirror suddenly turns cloudy and disappears. What's that all about? So, did my brain get transferred to a child's body? The quiet crackle and hum of the strings being stretched higher and higher, or was my body turned into the physical body turned into a child's body? Still my body, but I got smaller. 23,000 breaths. Wow, he really counted that. 70,000 pulsations of pain in my temples, then a sharp crunch, the screeching of servo motors, the hiss of a green laser, and the cycle begins again. The body twists in different directions. It turns inside out. Stiff straps dig into my hips and shoulders, keeping my body from breaking itself. The bones crunch. Fragments of bones crack and fuse together. Muscle buzz and crawling slippery stretches, taking on new form. Bravo 13, Papa 24, whatever that means again. I don't know what kind of language you're using. You're using English, but the words that they use doesn't make any sense to me unless I am already an expert of the field of coded language. Okay. The pain sinks me back into the void, covering me with a thick and cozy black blanket. And the pain pulls me back in reality. No, there's already, whatever that word is, reinforcement. Those bones are only to be lasered. The pain loosens the vise a little, and the images are coming back. What? A smaller room, a bed, a table, some scattered things everywhere. Those things belong to one person, not a crowd. There are no adults here. Why not? Because one adult lives in this room, and that adult is me. I wander around blindly, trying to find a mirror. Where's the goddamn one-man bathroom here? If I see myself in the mirror, I'll remember everything. I'll swim out of the darkness and call myself by the right name. But instead of the bathroom, I end up in the hallway. Have a good day, and good luck, mister. Thank you. Who is it? Where is he? There's no one here. That's the way it is in this room. It talks to you on the way in and out. The servo motors swing the door open. So we're not actually, I think they're infiltrating the memories, looking what we know, etc. I cautiously open my eyes and see the hand again, a fragment of it, 5 fingers, grasping objects, a fork, a spoon, a toothbrush, counting, learning digital things, keyboards, punch cards, screens. Mechanical manipulator arms shake the elastic tubes. Tubes seem to have rubber bands around their bends. Something black drips from the pincers at the end of each tube. The manipulators move to the right. I try my best to see it with the corner of my eye, but I can't. Instead, another image appears. Okay. Short red hair and a pretty face. Who is she? What is her name? Is she an important person to me? But I can't remember anything about her. Do we know each other? Have we been close? Did I just see her? Please, let us just be acquainted. I think you just saw each other and stuff. The right side of my body is melting and burning. I don't want to look, but I don't want to know how much left of it is me. I just have to wait and everything will heal. Love and grace will bring me back what's missing. I just need to wait. Winter 54, Stumpy. Why, it missed again. Closer, otherwise it won't get adapted. I have no idea what's happening. There's another murmuring, clattering noise, quiet like the gurgling of water. I'm in front of the mirror, barely reaching the shelf with my toothbrush. The adults exchange incomprehensible word pebbles. Like this game. There's no reflection in the mirror. Who am I? Who is she? If I remember myself, I'll get to her. And if I get to her, I will remember myself. Come on, please show me. There you are, right here. There. Why are you hiding from me? Cervical pressures is dropping. The baroreceptors are clogged. Alright, let it go. Not that he's gonna die from that. Pain overwhelms the body, pushing the hooks of light and voices out of it. Free at last. Finally, I can return to the darkness. I'm waiting for the girl with red hair to show up, but she's gone. And now I'm gone too. Right. Oh, my back. There's no more tranquility in the void. The darkness is stirring, tearing away, and crumpling a part of itself, pushing it outward. This part calls itself I exist again. I'm alone again. Okay? And now what? The darkness brightens and weaves into warm and breathing walls. Have I fallen out of it? I breathe like it, move like it. Why did that walls reject a piece of itself and form it into me? Have I done something wrong? There's another rejected chunk of flesh. It's breathing and living. It's shaking and dripping muddy lymph from bones coming through the skin. Am I the same? Well, I think so. Work. Production quota. You have to work. God damn it. After living in that communist utopia bullshit, I am now living again in another communist utopia bullshit. Why? Everyone is working. Production quota is happy. It'll be pleased and let you in, Berg. Work. He seems to be angry. The walls and the floor above and beside him go in waves, like some liquid. These waves reach me and transmit a heat to my body that makes me want to run, to scream, to move. But I don't want to go to Berg. I want to go back to the wall, back into the darkness. You can't get into the darkness. Farther into the darkness means farther from Berg. Everyone wants to go to Berg. There's solid concrete there. There are lights, pipes, water. Everyone has their own private hole. You don't have to work there. But I don't want to go into a private hole. Where is this Berg? Is it far away? Look. He straightened one of his arms, which ended in a long, curved bone point. Then a slimy droplet slowly broke off it and dropped on the floor beneath his feet. Did you see how it fell? Where it fell is the bottom, and against the bottom, it's always the top. Berg is far, far away on the top. Top, outside, concrete and pipes and water. Remember. The top is light and good. The bottom is darkness. Okay. I looked at the top above my head. Shiny wetsuits were intertwined, pink, brown, white, and red. They rustled and pulsed quietly as if they were crawling somewhere, while at the same time remaining in place. Okay, so we've been 20 minutes in now, and I'm like, what is going on here? So I got exiled from the human society, from the communist humans, and now somehow I was transformed to something like that, and now I'm still fucking working. Oh, goddamn it. If you don't work, you don't get to eat, and if you don't get to... God, what is going on here, man? It's so confusing because it's kind of like it just came out of nowhere. There's no build up to it. There's no setup. One good thing about this game is that there was a scene with the bridge, and she's like, hey, I saw an eye on a pipe or whatever. Like, whoa, what is going on here? And now we're like, I don't know, we're some kind of eldritch abomination. Cronenberg kind of monster. Like, oh, what the fuck? And look at it, and now I'm still fucking working. Jeez. I looked up at the top, above my head. Shiny wetsuits were intertwined, pink, brown, white, and red. They rustled and pulsed quietly as if they were crawling somewhere, while at the same time remaining in place. Suddenly a drop of red liquid came from one of them. It dropped right on my forehead. It's hot. Well, it seems that there really are pipes and water at the top, and it's not too far away. I don't know how to work. I'll show you. I'm in charge here. I'm a senior. I'll show you. He slashed at the wall with his hand tip. The blade plunged into the flesh with a smacking sound and popped back up. Stone chips spilled out of the hole, immediately mingling with the red liquid into a thick paste. Okay. The cut on the wall slowly pulled back and overgrow without a trace. We're digging to the bottom, we're digging into the darkness, but for our hard work we are sent into the light, remember. So we just dig, work. But I don't have. Shorten my arm, smooth and... Yeah. No, I have. Why do I feel so sick? Why am I so scared? Because the other day we just had a fully functioning hands with 5 fingers, but now it's replaced by this scythe-looking thing. The weave of flesh beneath my feet trembles, absorbing and intensifying my feelings, as if in response murky images resonate from the depths of my soul. That's not right. I was somewhat different. I had an arm. Yep. I had a name. Yep. Get up. Get to work. I'm in charge. I'm your senior. I'm in charge. I'm shift manager. Work. Okay? He twitches and shakes along with me. After that, he hits the wall again and again. Does it feel pain? Why it doesn't? I'll work. Stop. I'll work. Okay. He stopped, nodded, and just as jerkily walked away into the darkness. I have work to do. I don't belong here, but in order to get out, I have to make production quota happy, whatever that means. Hit the wall. Hit the wall. I awkwardly swung around and tried to stick my hand into the hot mass. The blade accidentally entered one of the glowing yellow boils. The bubble burst. Orange pus ran down my arm in a rapidly fading stream. Sorry. The gaping hole quickly filled with the dark liquid. This is blood. I wounded the flesh, and this is blood. I squeezed the edges of the wound with my other hand in desperation. Those quickly grabbed together, but the snuggly glowing bubble never reappeared. I killed it. I'm sorry. Something hot and salty ran down my cheeks. Is it blood, too? Transparent? Probably. It's not. Work. I must work. Hit the wall. Hit the wall. Strike, a splash of blood, a smack, and a squelch of a rapidly disappearing cut. Another strike, the wall convulsed. The damn gleaming layers of muscle spat out a lump of lymph, with a couple of stones floating inside as if some act out of pity. One strike after another. Jesus Christ, we're just going on and on about striking the wall like we get it. One strike after another, shock ripples through my body from my hand. My bones tingle and ache. My joints creak angrily. This job leaves more scars on me than on the wall. I can't endure the senseless and monotonous torture. Who is the victim here and who is the executioner? Just shut up and work. Maybe if I just lie and with my eyes closed, the flesh will absorb me back. It's dark. It was as if a cozy emptiness had returned. There is a cold breeze across the floor. It dries the heated body, takes the drops of sweat and blood from it. This makes the place where the skin is torn by sharp joints and vertebrae start to itch. It burns and itches, where the skin flaps are completely stripped. Sorry about that. I could hear a heavy stomping sound. Its vibrations is transmitted through the strands and tendons of the floor, spreading anxiety and fear all around. Is that shift manager back? That seems a different guy. What's that? Who is this? Is that production going on? They don't look happy. God. A harsh and hoarse screech drilled into my ears, but that was only the beginning. In their spiky muscular hand, Gora clutched white segmented rings. Now those rings unfolded into a long whip. A thin vein whizzed through the air and seemed to lightly touch my shoulder, but that touch burned my muscles to the bone. The first strike was followed by others. Wow, thanks a lot. It's really motivating me to work, dude. God. You cut it out. No, stop. I got it. I curled up against the wall with my hands on my head. First, I didn't realize right away that the strikes had stopped. Norma's demon was gone. The red scars on my body moved slowly like thick fed worms. The muscles beneath them hurried to heal, but the pain remained. It was like it was absorbed into my skin, or rather, into my consciousness. I can't do this anymore. I don't wanna. Let it stop. Finally. End this. The emptiness won't take me back just because I want to. Something has to be done. This blade easily enters the walls, into the same flesh my chest is made of. It's not easy to twist my arm at that angle. Come on, bend over. How painful. Why does it hurt so much? It's probably because you actually hurt yourself using the very thing that is attached to your body. The beak of the pickaxe is so deep in my chest that it should be sticking out of my back by now, but I'm still here. The pain does not let me go into the darkness. It holds this useless body hostage. It was a mistake. Are you dumb? Don't chop yourself. Chop the wall. I showed you before. I don't wanna. You don't have to want to. You don't have to think. You just have to work. He pulled the blade of my pickaxe out of my own body in one sharp movement. It will be easier if your head is empty. Empty head? Well, if he says so. So he brought the pickaxe toward the skull. Shift manager immediately gave me a smack on the head. You're completely stupid. That's because you don't eat. Follow me. The half-floor slips underfoot by walking still easier than chopping. I like walking. Other creatures emerge from the semi-darkness of the caves. Everyone is totally different. Some have a second spine bulging as if seeking to break out of their bones. Some have been able to transplant glowing bubbles of pus into their skin. Interesting. I want to do the same. But they all have one thing in common. They all have a pointed pickaxe blade instead of one on their arms. I look like them, and they look like me. We're all family? Cluster? It's a strange word, but it came from within, so it means I know it. You're stupid, so yeah, it's better for you to have us than someone else. Family. I am no longer alone. Okay. That's well, you accepted that easily. A stuffy and cramped dead end. The air here is so dense and thick that it is hardly drawn into my lungs with each breath, bringing tangy odors alongside. These vapors rise from the solid mass of bodies wiggling in the hole beneath the wall. Slow and aimless movements of arms, legs, shoulders, and hips are like the rippling of dry clots on a pool of blood. Are those people? Here we are. We're going to eat, then we'll rest. What are we going to eat? Something soft off the wall? No, stupid. Never eat the thing that can think. Don't eat what can talk. But the wall doesn't talk. You talk and think too much. That's why you can't hear. What the f... Eat something that doesn't say or think. Then he pointed to one of the bodies lying in a pile beneath the others. The body barely moved. Its eyes stared blindly at the ceiling at the top. It seems as though they looked through it. Body's arms and legs stiffened uncomfortably. That one is not talking or thinking anymore. It doesn't seem good, or does it have to be sliced? That's not your job. Whose is it then? That one over there. Goiter is in charge of the vegetables. Keep moving. The distribution is coming up. Shift manager jabbed the pickaxe in some direction. Okay. The mountain of flesh ripped in folds, emitting clouds of sour stench. In the transparent bubbles of its body, a thick slurry was bubbling steadily. It seemed it was its smell. A small line for the fat man was already there. The workers took off their bone masks and tucked them behind their belts. My family was getting ready to eat. Okay. So, after doing a terrible world building in the beginning, we're gonna have a new world build. We're gonna have a new world to build, and it's also terrible. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. Goiter walked up to the first in line, loomed over him, and belched a murky stream of hard lumps from his mouth. The miner swallowed the food hastily, mouth wide open and shaking his whole body. Is Goiter cooking? Yes, try to catch the food with your mouth completely. He doesn't like when it's spilled. He cooks, we chop, everybody works. Whoever works well gets into Berg. The one who does not work does not eat, and the one who does not eat stops talking and thinking, and then they taken by Goiter. Sounds logical. Sure, we're not stupid. You're stupid, but we're not. Everything is in order. You will remember. Now eat and rest. Okay. Anything else, Goiter? Goiter, is there like a sundae I can... or ice cream, chocolate? After swallowing my portion of the hot, sour, sweet slurry of soft chunks, I climbed into the pile of bodies, wrap my arms around my knees and crouch in a ball. Okay. It's dark and hot. It's cozy, almost like a void. The pain and fatigue from my body seem to dissolve into the family lying around. Somewhere inside my head at the back, not unraveled, the released consciousness floated away into the darkness. Even if for a little, I ceased to exist. Okay. We want to speak to you, and everything else. Come to us, Josiah. Josiah? We want to intertwine our fingers with yours. We want to press you against our bodies. We want to hug you. I don't know, man. You look dirty. Our fingers are millions. Our bodies are thousands. Creepy. You only have one body. A weak little body. One of many. Each of you is dear to us. Each of you is our child. Without each of you, we are imperfect. We are not complete. Without us, you are meaningless. You are splattered blobs. Without us, you are scattered grains of sand. New indoctrination being done. Without us, you are unhappy. Shia, we feel sorry for you. We will comfort you. We will lull you to sleep. We will press you to our thousands of hearts. And you'll hear them beating in unison all at once. You will hear our pulse, a great underground river. It flows for you. You will forget all the resent, all the failures, all the pain. You will become us. Okay. Anything else? Like the game afterwards. No, I'm not. I don't really like it. There's just some. Like I said, I don't understand what the hell's going on because of its premise. Like I understand what it's trying to tell, but how it told it is not really engaging at all. I don't like it. Then there's this part where like, what is this word? What is this unfamiliar word? And then it defines it by using more unfamiliar words. Like, what the fuck? And after being, I don't know, our brain was moved into some creature thing. I'm like, okay, so now what? I'm now working. Where's the build up to that? Why did that just come out of nowhere? It doesn't make any sense. Not a fan. But maybe somebody else would like it. Maybe some science fiction fan would like it. I don't, because I'm not the target audience for this. So yeah, this is Athanasy demo. If you want to try the game for yourselves, the link's in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves. So even if I'm Eldritch Abomination Cronenberg thingy, I still have to fucking work. Jeez. You can't escape communism. What the fuck? What is going on? Why is it everywhere? Such a cancer, man.